sukhamasana.
Here, Maharishi Patanjali is Sthira Sukhamasana. Asana is that which is stable, a position in which you feel stable, you are not wobbly. You stand on one feet and it's not asana. A little later you start wobbling. And it is not comfortable. Anything that is not comfortable is not asana. Sthira Sukhamasana. That which is stable and which is pleasurable is asana.
Tasmin sati shwasa prashwasayor gati vichhedah pranayamah.
So we have done many type of pranayama. You breathe normally. Why do you have to change the rhythm of the breath? It is needed. Only then it is called pranayama. Pranayama is when our inhalation, exhalation is done consciously and with count.
Svavishaya samprayoge chittasya svarupanukara iva indriyanam pratyaharaha.
The way our senses are made is to run outward. You open your eyes, your mind is running through the eyes. It runs through the ears and listens. Similarly, smell, taste, touch. These are the food for our senses and the mind. Now, when the mind turns inward, it needs an alternative. See, when the car has to stop, first comes the yellow light and then red light. It has to, when the car has to go or move, first comes yellow light and then green signal, right? So that preparedness, taking the mind inward. How do you do that when mind is all the time running out? It needs an alternative food to move in. That is pratyahara. And what it does, when you do pratyahara, you become so centered and you gain the power over your senses. You have the control over your senses. Whenever you want, you can use those senses. Whenever you don't want, they listen to you instead of you listening to them. If the sense of touch rules over you, or you have a say over your sense of touch. Taste bud, do they rule over you? Do they compel you to do whatever the taste bud says, or you have a control over the taste buds? It's not so easy. Because it's from the birth where you are, we don't know, from many lifetimes we are used to running out like that. The mind goes out. Rarely it settles in. And whenever it settles in, it goes into inertia, deep sleep. So it is not even aware that it's not a conscious settling in. Yoga is the conscious retrieving back to oneself. So when senses move away from their objects and turn inward, it is pratyahara, and it is not so difficult as it appears to be. Every time you experience deep ecstasy, there is a little bit of pratyahara in it. Your eyes close, you go inward. Suppose a flower, you say, that when you breathe in, now you have forgotten the flower. For a fraction of a second, your mind has gone inward. And if it continues to be there for more time, then that is pratyahara. The pinnacle of pleasure can only and only come from a touch of the being, touch of the self. And touch of a self cannot happen without pratyahara, because pratyahara is like the doorway. the door to move in. So obviously, in all sense experiences where you have experienced deep pleasure, you have passed through the door of pratyahara. But it is so short that you don't even recognize. You go in and you find very happy and you come running out. And then you think the happiness is because something that is outside the door. The light has come from inside, but it is getting reflected on a piece of mirror outside or a glass, and you think that is the light. Pratyahara is letting go of the reflector and going to the source. So here Patanjali says, hey, come on, look where the light is. And to look, you have to turn around. And pratyahara is the turning around. As I said, in every heightened experience in your life, there is a trace of pratyahara which we don't even notice. It slips out of us. But when you consciously put attention and draw the mind from the five senses inward, that is pratyahara. When we do this, just doing pratyahara, you gain say over your senses, mastery over your senses. You know, what is the difference between you and a criminal, you know? You get a thought of strangling somebody, but you don't act on it. A criminal acts on it and he goes to the jail. Inside both of you, the same thought has come. You like beating somebody with your rage and you don't do it, so you are safe. But someone who does it gets behind the bars. What happened? What is the difference? Thought is the same in both places. You had a say over your emotions. You had a say over your thoughts. You had some control over them. So, you didn't get into the space that he has gotten into. I have such sympathy for those people. Nobody taught them how to control their senses, how to control their mind. They did not realize how powerful they are. They are much more powerful than their tendencies and emotions. They are drowned in their tendencies and emotions. Pratyahara helps you to rise above these carnal tendencies and emotions. Patanjali is not saying the senses are bad, sense objects are bad. No. They never said. Lord Krishna also never says this is all bad. But not having a say over them, you are doomed. Your mind is cause for your liberation and for your bondage. Lord Krishna in Gita, okay, very simple, same thing Krishna has said in a little different way. The mind is responsible for that. This when you have mastered pratyahara, how it will be? Like when someone attacks a turtle, the turtle pulls its limbs inside its shell. The shell is very hard, you know. It's as hard as diamond. You put a big stone on it, it doesn't break. It's very strong. So it protects itself by pulling all its senses inside. He said a wise man is like turtle. At will he can bring back all his senses inside. At will he can bring them out and move. That ability, yogi has that ability. Don't think yogi cannot get angry. He can get angry, much bigger than you, much stronger than you. But that anger is in his control. Don't think yogi is one who is very goody-goody, not active, laid back, and everything going smooth. No. Yogi can be revolutionary. And yogis are. And revolution with awareness.
Vamos nos sentar com um sorriso, relaxar e aproveitar a meditação com o Gurudev Sri Ravi Shankar. Vamos nos sentar cômodo e confortavelmente e fechar os olhos. Mantenha suas costas retas, corpo relaxado, olhos fechados, com um grande sorriso no rosto. Tome uma inspiração profunda e leve a sua atenção ao topo da cabeça. Relaxe os seus ombros, mantenha a atenção no topo da cabeça. Tome mais uma inspiração profunda. Expire e relaxe o seu corpo ainda mais.
The Shiva principle is there as earth, as
O princípio de Shiva
air, as
está
water,
aí como terra,
as every
como
cell in your
água,
body.
como cada célula no seu corpo,
In every single atom,
em cada
Shiva
dos
Tattva
átomos.
permeates.
O Shiva Tattva permeia.
Repose with a smile.
Repouse com um sorriso.
As you repose in yourself, your body
Enquanto você repousa em si mesmo, o seu corpo alcança um descanso profundo.
mind expands.
A mente expande.
Let's take a deep breath in.
Tomamos uma inspiração profunda.
Let the sound emit from every cell of our body.
Deixe que o som emitido por cada célula do nosso corpo traga mais relaxamento para o corpo e para a mente. Mais uma inspiração profunda.
Another deep breath in.
Mais uma inspiração profunda.
As the body relaxes, the mind
Enquanto o
expands,
corpo relaxa,
covers the entire
a
space.
mente se expande e cobre todo o espaço.
Asato ma satgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityurma amritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let go all your efforts.
Deixe ir todos os seus esforços.
And slowly and gradually become
E
aware of your
lenta e
body and
gradualmente,
surroundings.
tome consciência do seu corpo e do ambiente.
Take another deep breath in.
Tome mais uma inspiração profunda.
And breathe out and relax your body even more.
Expire e relaxe o seu corpo ainda mais.
Slowly and gradually you may
Lenta, gradualmente, você pode abrir os olhos.